Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be doing gameplay with the brand new Dark Matter Shaquille O'Neal. I know Shaq is a card that a lot of people are excited about. He is a very tough to attain card, very expensive to get enough Dark Matter Snowmen for Shaq. I mean, he's like that SGA card that was tough to get in the first place from packs, except worse. Even harder to get enough or to open up. You got to spend a lot of money to get this card. Like, I think he's literally costing people $400, $500, $600. Like, crazy expensive card. Definitely not worth it in the slightest, but my boy Bryson said he had him, so here we are. So I'm gonna do a gameplay for y'all. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel, uploading every single day. Tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Big shout out to my boy Bryson for letting me use his account to record this gameplay. Really appreciate it a lot. This Shaq card is crazy. I mean, he's 7'1", can play power forward. 97 offense, 99 defense, a 98 driving layup, 98 post-up, post control, 99 close shot, 84 mid-range, 68 three ball. Isn't great, but he's got 99 standing and driving dunk, 98 block, 98 interior, 83 steal, 90 perimeter, 98 rebounding, 94 speed, 93 agility, 98 vert, 99 strength. This card's like Dwight Howard on steroids, basically. Off posterizer, rise up, area wizard, hook specialist, post lockdown, glove interceptor, pogo stick, box up, beast, rebound chaser, brick wall, immovable, paint prodigy, physical finisher, post put powerhouse, post up poet, lightning launch, on ball menace, high flying iron paint patroller, on Hoff, gold dead-eye, limitless, bailout, break starter, dimer, handle today's unpluckable challenger, off ball pest, pick dodger, set shot specialist, strong handle. This is, I believe, with badges added. It is. You can get 8 badges, and he added dead-eye, limitless, slippery, unpluckable, off ball pest, set shot specialist, handles for days, and dimer, ankle assassin, float game, mini marksman, and shifty shooter. The other ones he didn't add. That's fine. I think adding those 8 badges is good to Shaq if you were to get him. Now, on paper, he is a ridiculous card, like truly an elite card. But my biggest concern with Shaq is how is the jump shot? And honestly, it's still really hideous. Like, is it? Ugh. The upper sucks, so it makes it tough to stick shoot, doesn't it? Okay, so he's gonna, yeah, this card is going to struggle to shoot the ball for sure. I mean, he can hit wide open, but he is not going to be a consistently elite shooter at all. Might be better to button shoot. I don't know. Might be better to button shoot with him, but if I button shoot with him, I feel like the green window is smaller, so it's like, either way, he's not really a great shooter. Paying $400 for this card is insane to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would never in a million years even try to go for this card. But he is crazy fast, going to be crazy dominant defensively, an unbelievably athletic slasher, like point Shaq in a lot of ways. Put the ball in his hands and let him be a creator. And I'm not trolling either. Like, I know his movement isn't like unreal ridiculous, but for a 7'1" big with 94 speed, it's pretty nasty. His drag back, you can definitely burst off of that. He doesn't have a bad dribble style like most bigs do. He's even got a behind the back. Like, the thing that he doesn't have is the shot to go with it. But is he going to be an amazing card? I still think so, despite the low 3 ball and the bad jumper. I think he's that good. Is he worth buying? Absolutely not in a million years. You should not go for this card. Enjoy the gameplay, but don't get sucked into trying to get this card. Hope y'all are excited though. Let's hop into a game. Let's see what Shaquille O'Neal can do. And this right here is the problem. My boy Bryson is only in tier 14 in Showdown, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with not playing online. But that leads to a matchup here where we're going up against a dude who's got Trae Young and Dikembe Mutombo as like his only, like, in theory, semi-decent cards, and CJ McCollum. Basically 3 free cards. Problem with that is those aren't good cards. Like, this is going to be, this dude's best cards are bad cards. This is going to be an annihilation. I should score 50 with Shaq. I'll say this. Like, he should be completely unstoppable, but it's tough to really effectively gauge where he is at a competitive level when you match up with a team like this. And the problem is I can't quit because of quit bans. So, like, even if I want to quit, and even if I did quit, my next game probably going to be more of the same in super low tier Showdown. That's just how Showdown is. And that's okay. It's actually good for people who don't play Showdown, right? But what it isn't good for is effectively, I mean, for like gameplay specifically, I want to get a more competitive game than this. Now, he's got Dikembe at center. Dikembe's matched up with Shaq right now. Dikembe's a good defensive card, like actually a great defensive card, but he did get a block on Shaq there off that hop step, but I do think he's going to have a tough time in general getting Shaq, blocking Shaq. Now, I want to shoot some threes with Shaq, at least a couple if I can, but I'm certainly not going to force the 3 ball when there's other shots there. Let's just send Shaq on a back door, throw it to him, and go up because Trae has no hope whatsoever getting a stop. Easy inside layup. And I mean, this card, even against high level cards, I've seen him used a little bit in like sweatier type games. He is really, really good. But I do think that the slower jumper does actually take away a bit from the overall value of this Shaq card, because look, he's just not a popper threat at all. You know what I'm saying? So he's a little limited. He's not going to create a shot with the ball in his hands despite the SIGs, and he is certainly limited as a popper. He has to be a pick and roller pretty much every single play or have the ball in his hands, I feel like, to be effective. And that does kind of limit your offense a bit because of how baited the jumper is and how low the 3-ball rating is. I think that does matter. Does it matter enough to where it takes away from how elite this card is? Not really. Does it matter enough when it comes to the fact that he's freaking, how much does he cost? Did I just miss that? I just missed that. Okay, whatever. It does. I feel like it matters a lot when you consider the fact that this card's going to cost freaking how much to get, several $100s. Like, there's just no argument for the justification to try to buy this card. Franz Wagner, in all honesty, at his position is just as good, if not better, than Shaq is. Like, if I'm thinking about Shaq compared to the other top power forward centers in the game, Wemby's taller and his jumper's glitchy. KP's, again, taller and jump shot's pretty glitchy. D-Rob is free. Then you Hakeem, Embiid, D-Rob at the 4. I guess that's not the right D-Rob, but still other guys as well. Like, he's tired and he can't shoot that very fast tempo. And I thought I slowed it down too. Like, there's a lot of top tier cards that are way more affordable than Shaq is and are going to give you much better jumpers and overall, like, relatively similar defense. Maybe not the same level of slashing and finishing, but still not bad. Like, it's just, there's a lot of liability with this card. That's a bad shot. I forced that one pretty badly, but I don't know. It's a shame that they made him pretty much unattainable. And I gotta say, for him being pretty much unattainable, there is no justifiable reason whatsoever why you would really spend a lot to get this card, in my opinion. So that's just my opinion. Is he a great card? Yes. Is he super glitchy in some ways? 100%. Is he good enough to justify his price point? Absolutely not. I mean, look, Dikembe's a really good defensive big, and Shaq isn't able to just like completely exploit it. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving to the rim there. He's not going to get a way better animation than these other bigs are. Like, I know he's got 99s and a lot of the finishing stats and stuff. It just doesn't matter that much at the end of the day. Like, because it's going to play the same as a lot of these, like Diamond Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to give you, I would think, with his floor spacing ability and his elite defense in his own right. Is he the slasher Shaq is? No. Is he as good of a power forward as Shaq is? There's probably at least an argument, right? Like, excuse me. I don't know, y'all. This is just my thought. He's not even like truly completely decimating against this team. This is a really, really bad squad that we're playing against. I don't see the value in this card, y'all. And this is a game where I think the most important thing in my mind for cards is value at this point, because I'm trying to encourage people for the most part to not spend money. And a card like Shaq has about the worst value in the game because he's the most expensive card in the game to get, and he's not unbelievably overpowered. Like, against amethysts and rubies, he's going to look like a god. And I think he's a god that gets better cards too if he's used properly. But it's just not justifiable at all to spend the amount of MT on packs or money on packs or whatever that you have to get this card. Because, I mean, it took Troyden, what, $600 to get Shaq? $600, y'all. That's insane. Like, great first quarter, sure, but he's not a floor spacing threat. He never is with this jump shot, and that's a killer. And, I mean, if he had a really good jumper, I think my tune on this card be a little bit different. Like, he'd be the best power forward in the game for sure. But I don't know, man. I would not in a million years ever consider buying Shaq or even trying to go for him. Even if I had unlimited money, I still wouldn't be sitting here trying to spend my money on Shaq. Like, I can tell y'all that right now. Go get that. He is amazing defensively, y'all. Like, do not get it twisted in the slightest. This card is an unbelievable defensive card. But offensively, he's a bit too limited. I finally got a decent 3-ball look off just because Trey is so short. But unfortunately couldn't get it to go there either. This dude is atrocious. I apologize for the coughing, y'all. I'm sick. I'm like really struggling. So I think we're going to call the video there because I don't know if I'm going to get a good shot off from 3 anyway. He's 11 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, 5 of 11, 0 of 2 from 3. Card's limited. I'll be totally honest though. He's just not that great. Definitely not worth his price. Hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.